Ugh. I know how to use computers. Hello, hello, hello. What we got here then? Yeah. I'm just trying to post something somewhere. And showcase, art discussion, banner contest, showcase, fan art. There we go. Control V. I'm going to put that in there and hope for the best. Oops. Oh, you suck. I can't do that. Oh well. Can't post it there. Anyway, hey. So, sorry about that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be recreating I Did a Thing's kind of like space. His, whatchamacallit. Go on, get in. His garage. And so there's his lathe. There we go. So we've kind of got all the images we want in here now. Let's just go Alt-R, Alt-G. Actually, yeah. Alt-G to reset the rotation, location, and scale. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to kind of just start laying out the boards. And then we can kind of work backwards. All right. So, Con, welcome, buddy. Welcome. This is kind of like the system. This is how his office looks like. Whoops. What's with the thumbnail? Yes. So this is another Australian YouTuber called I Did a Thing. Oh, actually, I should probably put his name in the description. Let me just quickly go, I did a thing. Just to kind of go copy and paste. And check out. Not check you. Check out. I did a thing. Well done, Marco. I can't even say my name. Oh my goodness. Great start there. So this is what we've got. Let's kind of guesstimate roughly what the measurements are. So an Australian carport. Let's go Australian carport. Size. I'm guessing it's kind of like a double garage. Howdy, howdy. From Morocco all the way. We can see in the images that it does go from one side to the other. Yeah, about 5 meters. So let's get maybe a 6 meter garage. And we're going to go 6 by 6. So default cubes 2x2, scale by 3. There we go. So as we're building this up, the standard, I think, roof height of Australia is 2.7. So let's go roof height Australia. I'm pretty sure it's like 2.7 meters. Like height. Standard roof height in Australia. 4.6 meters. Okay, that is wrong. Alright, let's just go. What am I? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go extrude 2.7. And so this is going to be kind of like the basis of our room. So for now, I'm going to select this. P, separate by selection, get rid of this. And then if we kind of get that, hide. So this will be our office space. 4K production spot. A metric, no help. So let's kind of, look at, we're going to kind of look at this image to start off with. And we know that we have a bench here. We've got shelving here. And then his staircase is back here. So if we kind of go 1 meter. Is that 1 meter? I think it's 1 meter. All right, let's just line that up. Let's press N, come to the top right. We'll go Y, make that 2. I said 2, but anyway, good try, Marco. And it kind of goes E to extrude. We know that there's a step there to get into the main house, as we've seen that from videos before. So let's go GX, and we're going to snap it to about here. Minus 3.2. Minus donkey 3.2. And then from here, oh, what's the height of a stairs? I don't know. So let's grab that edge loop, Control B. I'm just going to fudge this for now, and then we can come back and fix it later. GZ. There we go. And then we'll snap that. Minus 3.4. Control B ever so slightly. Select that face. GZ. 200 mil. I think that's a pretty big step, but already we can kind of see that we've got this section happening. Why? So I'm going to be making a parody of him. New York. Chase. Chase. So I'm going to be doing a parody of him coming up. I have ideas. Will it work? I don't know. But we'll kind of go from there. I'm still writing the story out. The ultimate goal would be to do 3 to 5 minute animation. And I'm hoping when I send him a message later on saying, hey, this is what I want to do. You're keen to do some voice acting. Each step is about 7 to 9 inches. 7 is 7 times 2.5, 4, 100. Yeah, it's good enough. 200 mil, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm just going to start blocking this out. Let's go scale 0.25 on the X, please. And then we're going to have it sitting about here. G to the X, hold control, and we'll just snap that kind of there. Let's come to side view, G to the X, and we're going to place that in the wrong spot. Let's go here. Can you stop being a jerk, please? All right, let's have a look. I am going to guess that each one of these is about 1 meter. So let's go ahead and bring that face back. Let's go to 1. There we go. And knowing these, oh no, I've got different ones. Make a procedure cloth shader. Oh, that's pretty cool. 250 mil. 250 mil for a step. 9 inches would be 250. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead now. Grab this back face. Delete vertices. And then from here, I'm going to assume that this here is about 1 meter tall. And oh, actually, you know what? It does semi look familiar. I think he's probably built it. But if we kind of go into a standard Bunnings, let's go benches. So Bunnings is the equivalent of Home Depot in the US, I'm going to say. All right, let's go workbenches. Workbenches. All right, let's go workbench. It is not. Yeah, so here it's saying about 900 mil we saw. This is about right, yeah. So we're going to about 900 mil. Z is about 1, good enough. I am going to press V to rip that. Let's go Control LP, separate by selection. From here, let's do 3 shelves, noise. And then what I'm going to do is select I to do an inset. Press I again to do individual faces. And then I'm just going to go delete faces. Let's select everything. And we're just going to go E to extrude to about there-ish. That should be the back wall. Nice. Nice. Let's just bring that back a smidgen. And then I'm going to select that. F, F, and F. And then from here, we can come into this. Select all that. Whoops. Box select. E to extrude. And then that should have given us... Alright, whatever. Let's do a face on here, and then that'll kind of close it all off. There we go, F, and then F. From here, what I'm going to do is add in that array modifier, and then that'll kind of duplicate it, and we'll go along the Y, -1. There we go. So we can see that it's not high enough. This needs to go higher. So what I might do is go select this bottom face, Shift S, cursor to selected. I need to sneeze. And then we're gonna go into go back into solid mode. Far out. Let's go scale on the Z axis and we'll bring it all the way to probably about here-ish. Control A, apply that scale. And then if we're kind of looking at that reference, there we go. So that's not too bad. We might even just move it over a smidgen. So let's go G to the Y. We'll move it over about 0.5 meter. Like so. And then this is obviously our bench. And we'll snap that. Okay, let's now just go G to the X. Let's give it about 0.5 meter. So -2, there we go. What were you watching? I don't know what I was watching. MK, welcome. There we go. Georges? How you doing? Bless you, thank you for the phony sneeze, the sneeze of lies. So from here, obviously you can see I just took screenshots of his workspace. Okay, let's now extend this. I'm going to select this bottom corner, Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's scale Y 1.25. There we go, just a little bit bigger. Control A, apply that scale. Now, mostly what we're probably going to be doing tonight is once we get this main section, I think I'm just going to be focusing on doing little assets and so on and so forth. Oh, itchy nose. So let's go ahead, put that there, Control B, something like that. I think I've just made that too big, so let's go G to the Z. And then we'll go Control B. These are the legs. Let's do another edge loop with Control R. And we can kind of see that this pole here sits in front of it all, which is fine. We can fix that up later. Delete faces. And then from here, I'm just going to go, just trying to think what's the best way. Maybe we do rip these off. So I'm going to press V to rip. Select these both, Control L. Let's come into the side, into the medium point scale, scale on the Y. There we go. And then from here, I'm just going to go G to the X, push it back a little bit, give it a solidifier modifier. And there we go. So now we've got that illusion where it's sitting on top. I have a question, but why? What are we talking about, but why? Why am I doing this? Let's grab these two faces here, Shift D. I'm just going to go G to the X, move it out a little bit, E to extrude along the X axis. And there we go. So now we've got that bench. Let's just extend this. So I am planning on doing a parody of I Did a Thing. He seems like a cool bloke. Love the channel. So might as well make fun of it. It sounds bad, but it's not. It'll be. I think it'll be funny. I've been wrong many a times before, and you know, I won't deny that. But it's just an idea that I'm rolling. Just clicked on the miniature. So we will see. All right. So from here, we can see that the bench obviously swings around. See, this is more of a solid piece. No, this is a corner piece. So what does that mean? I'm going to press Control A. Actually, we'll select both of these. Control A, Control A. And then I'm going to select this piece here. Let's come in. Shift L. Shift S, cursor to selected. Control L. Shift D. Rotate 90 degrees. That didn't work as well as I hoped, but that's fine. So we'll have something like that. From here, what I can do is I'm going to grab... Oh, there is no center pole there. So let's go Control L, delete vertices. And then I'm going to select all that. Control L. GY. Move that there. Control L, GY. Technically, this could all be one big table. So to me, that's fine. Let's just move this face back. There we go. And now we can go ahead and work on this next bit. What I will do is I'm just going to steal. I'm going to steal this corner. Let's go Shift D, rotate 90 degrees. And I think it's going to be something like that. It kind of makes sense because he's got a lathe here, just like in the thumbnail. Which one is it? This one here. And so we've got about 1 meter, which isn't too bad. So we're like fairly close to the maths on that one. So let's go ahead and grab these legs. Shift D, Y, rotate 90. There we go. Let's kind of put that one there. Wow. Let's grab this. Shift D, rotate 90. Whoops. Hide that. Scale to the Y. And you go in here. Let's go Shift D to the Z. Put that one there as well. And as you can see, we're just kind of building this up. Let's just move that over now to where about here-ish. And we can grab that. Let's just go G to the X. We can move this one, G to the X, X buddy. Nice. And then from here, Control L. Let's go Shift D to the X, and we'll just kind of line that up. Let's grab that face in there. GX, scale X, 0. So this is the annoying thing. I can't see what's down here. Do these shelves go all the way to the bottom? They don't look like. They look like they stop there. So they're sitting on the bench is what's going on. Yeah, donkey. So what does that mean? So, well, let's kind of move this back a little bit. And that gives us less room here. However, that'll allow me to expand this. GX. And we'll go to the end. And then so that'll give us all this extra room here, which stuff, like, I don't even know what all this stuff is. I know there's like kids' helmets over here. This here is kind of like where he's for the garage door. So yeah. Is this mine? No. When I import CC3 models in Blender, the quality of the text becomes poor. Can you help me? Are you using the Character Creator 3 add-on that was developed somewhere? And I've got a video about it somewhere. Make sure as well with the material settings, the character settings, you can choose either Eevee or Cycles. So just keep that in mind as well. Hey, I just saw myself. All right, so let's go Control L. I'm just going to quickly do this as well. There we go. That's the edge of the bench. All right, so we've got that now sorted. This here we will work on next. So let's go ahead. Let's go Shift S, cursor wheel to origin. Let's start off with the plane. Rotate X, GZ1, scale 0.75. That looks like a little bit bigger than 1 meter. So let's go with that. And then I'm just going to move this out just so I can work on it independently. And we can see that I don't think there is a bottom shelf. I think it's just 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sweet. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. From here, we'll select everything, press I to do an inset. And then we can go delete faces, select the bottom one. Select the bottom one. There we go. Delete faces. Nice. And then with that, I can go size Z0. Come up into the items. 0. It's set. Zero that out. E to extrude 0.5. Whoops. Did I stuff that up? Yep. 0.5. Nice. So that gives us this piece here. I think it might be a little bit too wide, but that's fine because we can just scale that in. Let's kind of get that into position now. We'll dump that about here-ish, I reckon. I think that looks good. Let's kind of just move everything out of the way for a sec and have a look at what we're looking at. Let's go into material preview. Door height is 2.03, correct. Ceilings is 2.4. That's okay. Oh wait, I am in rendered mode. All right, so that's fine. Screw you. Let's jump over into Eevee. Make the computer scream for a little bit. Denoise. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so that seems to be coming together okay. If we have a look at this image here, we can see that it's almost like an extension on the garage. So maybe like at this point here was the original garage, and then he's actually added in an extra meter, so you can see that there's a pylon here. Oh, but in one of the videos he's got, I think he's got a room above the this thing, garage. But anyway, let's go back in, and we're just going to change this room a smidgen, so about here, and we will extrude this wall ever so slightly, and then that'll become our concrete wall. And if we have a look at this one, we can see that we've got a pylon here, and I should have a photo of, yeah, there we go, sideways. Yeah, so we've got a concrete beam, and then we've got 1, 2, I'm going to say probably 3 pylons. Yeah, sick. So let's go ahead and work that out. Shift S, cursor, Shift S, cursor word origin, and then we're just going to dummy this in. So let's go scale 0.125, scale to the Z, G, something like that. Noise, and then we're going to come in, and I think it was probably, I'm going to say about here-ish. I think even maybe a little bit over. Let's see if we can kind of Alt R, rotate Z 90 minus. Let's see, rotate Z 180. Where's my pylon? Here it is. Wait. Which way am I looking? This way. So it's rotate Z 180. This is my pylon. If we kind of, I'm just going to roughly guesstimate where it is. This here is roughly the center point. There we go. So I'm fairly happy with that. Shift D to the Y. Let's give it maybe a meter. GY1. No, stop being a jerk. GY1. I think that needs to be bigger. Hang on, I will have a look at chat in a sec. G to the Y, let's bring that over to there. GY, bring that over to about there. And then we can see if I grab both of these, Shift D, Y, it's a smaller gap and then a bigger window. I think, yeah, that looks pretty good. I've never modeled a character. I hate characters. That's why I just buy it. I normally guess scale. Yes. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. Works off so tricky to model. Yes. So this is kind of like one of the reasons why I've jumped into model this. So this is actually really high. GG. And then let's put an edge loop through about here. Let's go ahead now and chop up this mesh in there, and nope. To make my life easier, I'm just going to move this pylon over a little bit. There we go. And is that in line? No, let's just kind of move that over. I think this line actually, GG, move that up a bit in there and in there, delete faces, and then if we come and have a look, that doesn't look too bad. Let's go into shading, let's go into world, Let's open up our sky texture, throw that into there, and Senor, move that over, move that. No, don't be a jerk. Over to there, and let's have a look. How does that look? That isn't too bad. I'm trying to find a nice image. I think here he's got the door closed, but nice. I know here we've got a drill press in the corner. Well, actually not in that photo, in this photo. He's got his drill press here now. The 3D printers over here, I think that's the 3D printer. We've got a whole bunch of little workbenches, a whole bunch of plywood. Man, your OB goes back so quick. Oh, I need more. One, I love character creators, but they are simple and superficial, and I need more. Well, that's the thing. I would rather model up new clothes and new shoes and all that, rather than modeling up a character from scratch. Okay, so this is coming together quite nicely. I am going to steal these legs here. So let's go ahead and grab this, thus. Control L. Sick. Shift D to the X, P, separate by selection. And then I'm going to grab all these pieces. Character Creator 4 should be coming out in the next couple of days as well. So be prepared for some tutorials on that one. Scale. Can I just stuff up? Yeah. Scale X 0. There we go, Marco. Good job. Well done. Let's go. I think this is probably about 1 meter. Let's grab these pieces and you Control L, Shift D to the X, scale X -1, and that will be like so. We could probably bring this down so it's actually sitting a little bit more flush. Nice. Now we are missing the bar across the bottom and the top. Let's go. Yep. Blah. Control L, Shift D, rotate 90. Let's plop that one in about there. Scale to the X. I saw Fantastic Beasts last night. I don't know. I haven't been satisfied for a movie for a while. Fast and Furious, I will always have time for Fast and Furious. That is one of those films where you can literally unplug the brain, and you just watch nonsense. But I do like the Harry Potters. Let's go Control L, G to the Z and bring that down. There we go. Alright, fellas. Good old Steven Scott. Where is that guy? He normally comes past. Let's go Shift S. Let's go right click, set origin to geometry. And let's have a quick look. How do you make money from modeling? By selling models. What's the theory? It feels bad. Oh, no. I abuse CC3, iClone, all that jazz. Sums up my thoughts well. I don't know. I think it brought his charisma back. I don't know what we're missing. Doctor Strange. 2 is good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that on Fast and Furious story just get crazier. I know, but it's amazing. Save. Marco, save. Okay, let's just sort this by name. And this one is going to be SF_4_ I did a thing. There we go. And this is going to be 04_ I did a thing. There we go. Actually, let's go back to the images. So if you have a look, we've got 1, a gap, and then 2. I believe. I wasn't able to get a photo of that corner, but that's fine. We can fluff that one around. All right, let's go ahead and line that one up. Let's go rotate there. And we've got gap for the drill press. Shift D to the Y. Gap, Shift D, Y. I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to have another one here. The next thing we can see is that there is a... Oh, is that a cupboard or a shelf? Oh. Oh, he's got a... Okay, all right, okay. I see what's going on here. Let's grab one of these pylons. Shift D. That pylon goes there. And then we're going to have a shelf. So something like that. So what's that? That's 200 mil. Let's go about there. Go on, why not? G. Plop that about there. Let's grab that. Bring it over. We will bring this up to about here. And let's go E to extrude. Okay, yes. Yeah, I don't... Was I expecting more special effects? I reckon I spent the first half of the film trying to remember what happened in the second one. Was there a second one? Or was there a first one? I'm pretty sure there was a second one. So I don't know. So Blender is free, but you need to buy all the peripherals. No, you don't. I have not used one add-on yet. It's at the end of the day, it's all about how you use it. For me, I know that I have no intentions of being a character artist, and so that's why I've bought Character Creator 3. But there are other tools out there, but for what I need it for, it works perfectly. Man, think marker. Let's go like that. Control B, and then we're gonna grab this face. Something like that. Whatevs. Good enough. I know we're fudging this a little bit, but I'm okay with that. All right. How are we looking now? And if we kind of come into render view, we can see what we're looking at. It looks like his place. If we, what photo? This one here. And if we kind of have a squeeze. Oops, why? It does. Yeah. Obviously, we've got to put in the sliding thing for the garage at the top, but that's not too bad. I have a lot of useful add-ons, helpful add-ons. Some are free, some are complex ones. Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is only some of them. So, Botanica, I use quite a bit. What's this one? Blender Kit. So I use this one a lot for work, and this is just kind of like a massive library of models. So it's like a yearly subscription. Chaos Fire, I haven't used very much. Plating Generator. Simply add-on, which is Cloth Pro. Yes, great. Scatter add-on, absolutely. Physical Starlight Atmosphere, I use probably about 50-60% of the time. Bull Tool. Auto Rig Pro, I abuse. This is the first add-on that I ever bought. And that's just the ones I've got enabled at the moment. So, it's about your artistic, yes, absolutely. And if we kind of jump over to my Insta, after kind of like working with Felicia White, go to her Discord, you'll actually see kind of like my journey from where I was. So this is kind of like where I was-ish. So like, And then this is kind of like where it started happening. And you can start seeing the dramatic improvement. What's this? Oh yeah, that was good. But then this is kind of like where we are now. Like, I love this photo. And that was just me photo bashing last week. I think last week we photo bashed, 3D scan bashed this together. So, and all those 3D scans are on the Patreon. I think we made this one as well. So you can kind of really see my evolution of working with other people. Anyway, let's go back to this. So we've got a mat, we've got boxes. I know we've got pieces of wood here. So let's maybe just start blocking some of this jazz out. I'm going to move this back because this is the predominant way that we're looking. Alright, so let's go ahead. Mesh. That's a plane. Good try, Marco. Let's go. That's a plane. That's a good try, Marco. Come on. Cube. There we go. Well done. Well done, son. Okay, scale Y. And we're going to go something like this. Scale Shift Y. And scale on the X. That looks like the size of a bed. I think we're over here-ish. That can probably go a little bit higher now. Scale on the Z. I don't want that to be clipping through the floor. So we're something like this. Perfect. That's a nice bit of room. We've got a little bit of cloth up here, which I'm not going to be too worried about. We've got a vise, belt sander, and then our lathe. So if we kind of look here, this is the belt sander, this is our lathe. I'm not going to worry about the garage just yet. However, let's go ahead and build a lathe. Yeah, just whatever. Let's just build a lathe. I should know how they look because I was a fitter and turner for 6 years before moving away from the family business. Alright, so we're at about 1 meter. Let's bring that down a smidgen. From here, I'm going to do extrude, a scale on the y-axis, E, I, E, and then that kind of builds that tray. It's not the best tray, so let's just go scale Shift Z and let's bring that up. Oh, itchy nose. Come on, man. What I will do is we're just going to butcher this together because it's not going to be a central piece. I'm not going to be too concerned about how this looks. I don't like that. Scale Shift Z will bring that out a little bit. And let's go control. Let's go scale this in. There we go. And then that's kind of like the spill tray. Nice. Oh. I don't know what the story is with his apron. I don't know the story behind being barefoot. I don't understand that. Don't know. I couldn't think anything worse than working on a lathe and crud landing on your feet. As well, there's one video where it was kind of welding and he's like, nah, I can't do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and probably make this bed. What we might do, let's just fudge it. Let's kind of go something like that. Just going to try and make it as straight as possible. Oh, that looks fairly straight, whatevs. Yeah, whatevs. G, Y. I think because, yeah, sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. So I probably should use Perspective Plotter add-on to kind of like get this straight, but I'm just going to roughly guesstimate how it's going to look. Let's put an edge loop through here. Let's put an edge loop through there. J to the X. And then that is going to be our bed. Let's go something like that. And then when we go E to extrude, select all. There we go. And then we'll come in and put some more details afterwards. From here, let's go ahead and make a cut just trying to think, how can we do this the quickest way? Let's grab this. I'm going to go Shift D, scale on the y-axis. GY. And then we know that this has an overhang. E to extrude. From memory, I'm just going off memory now. If we select this and this, G, Y, E to extrude. And then I'm going to put an edge loop here, Control B. Just a single edge loop. And then we're going to select this top bit. G to the Z. So we have that, and that's kind of what the tailstock sits on, as well as this thing. Yep, and then over here, let's grab these faces. Shift D to the Y, E to extrude. There we go. I think that's how it roughly is. I think now I've made this too wide, especially for this type of lathe, because this is a cheap lathe. I think that looks a lot better. Let's go ahead and quickly make the tailstock. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go ahead, and not a plane, far out, cube, dude, cube. Scale, P, separate by selection. All right, let's go ahead. Control L, G to the Z. No, this is now wrong. You know what, whatevs. Let's just keep going. G to the Z, and then we go E to extrude, GZ, scale on the y-axis, and then we can go E to extrude, put an edge loop through here, E to extrude. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm just going to fudge this all together. Control B, so it's something like that. Let's bring these down because that's a little bit too high. Back here, Control B. There we go. Nice. Whilst we are here, I'm going to select this face, Shift S, cursor to selected. I cannot drink, which is fine. Let's go ahead, add in a circle. Rotate. Rotate Z, scale. Okay, so from here, let's go. Oh, jeez. Come on. E to extrude. I'm going to go scale that up. E to extrude. Push that out. And then we're going to plop that in there. I'm just trying to think what's the best way. So we'll grab these things here, and I'm just going to round them out. So we have that. Let's just go into a shade smooth, and then we'll come over here into object data normals, something like that. While we're here, well, let's just go ahead and select all these faces. There we go. Noise. Noise. Select that and that and that. Control B to do a bevel. And then we've got something like that. No, you fat mole. There we go. And that one. Beautiful. Let's go with that. The three-pronged approach. I'm going to select the two top. Let's go like something like that. E to extrude. Rotate. Nope. Rotate. Something like that. What I will do is I'm going to grab an edge. Shift D, G to the X, scale that in, and then just fudge it. Let's just fudge it. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this thing. Oh, you never know. Might use it. Might use it for something else. So with that piece there, let's go Control L. Let's go into side view, and then we're going to go into the 3D cursor. Ah. Is that connected? Oh, you donkey. You donkey. I did not realize that. Okay, there, there, and all right, let's find this edge. That one. Oh, that one. V to rip. Control LP. Just get rid of that for now. Can you hide? No, you hide. Okay, let's see if I can just kind of guesstimate. About there. I'll buy that for $1. Nice. Alt H. With that selected, let's go like this, scale on the y-axis. Scale on the y-axis. There we go. Something like that. Control B. Nice. So now we've got this piece. I can come into here, 3D cursor, Shift D, rotate 120, Shift D, rotate 120. Ask guys to help. Just close the eyes and sit in the ass. What? It just sounds like a thing. Oh, now I'm lost. I'm just gonna keep walking. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and make the thingamabob. I'm trying to spend as little time as possible, purely for the fact is I don't know if this is going to be seen. If it is going to be seen, then it's Future Marco's problem. But if it's not going to be seen, then I'll get staffed. Then I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Let's go E to extrude, I, E, scale, I, E, E. There we go. All right, this bit here is too big. All right, let's now fix up the scaling. So box select, let's go G to the X. Hey, get stuffed. G to the X, something like so. And then we're going to grab everything, G to the X, something like that. All right, much better. Now, oh, this is going to suck. Okay. Sorry, just had a stroke. Let's go into a cylinder. I mean, cube. Far out. I know my shapes. Yes. Let's now go ahead and fudge this up. You come down low because you've got a whole bunch of controls. Let's go GY, bring that over. GY. So that's going to sit like so. We'll put an edge loop here-ish. E to extrude. Shouldn't be that high, so we'll bring that down. Shift D, scale G to the Y. Something like so. Control L, Shift D. And this is the turret bit. Hang on, is this a turret? Oh no, he's got it off. Okay, that's why I was confused. Like, hang on, there's meant to be tool bits in here. I think you need to come back. And we'll put that one in there. Shift D, scale. G to the Y, scale on the Y, and E. So technically, this is kind of like where the tool bit would sit. Let's actually make that piece. So we'll do Control B to do a bevel. I'm going off on how my machines used to look. Oops. Scale, Shift Z. Yeah, that's fine. And then what we would have is a tool in here. E to extrude along the x-axis. Control B. Ooh, how would you do that? E to extrude, Alt S. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And then what you would have is your cutter. would be like here. And then you would go G, Y, E to extrude. And then it would look something like that. Oops. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, good enough. So it's kind of like not high-speed carbide. It would be just, yeah, I'm not being too overly ambitious on that one. Let's go ahead and throw in a cylinder. And then from here, what you got is Shift D. So many strokes today. And then what I'm making now is the handle. And then we'll kind of attach that to here. It all depends what kind of handle you have. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go ahead and steal this because this is gorgeous. Let's get Control J to join these two pieces. And then I'm going to steal all that. Control L, Shift D, P, separate by selection. And we'll steal that. And then what I'm going to do is grab that, Shift S, cursor selected, right click, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. And now when I rotate, it stays there. All right, let's bring that over to here. Something like this, and it's going to scale along the Y. And then we've got the main little piece. And then we'll have kind of like these smaller ones, and these are for more for threads. And then we also have one here, and then that's for the tool bit, the kind of like the head for the more minute actions. I don't even know what I'm saying. So from here as well, we will have some rods. So if I select this face, Shift S, cursor selected. And so what these rods will do is what spins the that makes the tool bit move along the x-axis. Cool. Don't care. Shift D, Z, scale, Shift X. There we go, that's good enough. Good, that is good enough. That's not bad. For something I'm slapping together, Shift S, cursor selected. Let's now go ahead, add in our cube. Oh boy, what's the time? 11 o'clock, jeez. Here's a question. Is anyone playing Star Citizen at the moment? What a great looking game. I'm trying to get into it. Keep crashing the ship. But, you know, these things happen. Let's now go Control B. And this piece here has a whole bunch of knobs. And this bit here on the lathe is kind of like for that auto screw feed. Oh yeah, good point. Let's grab this handle. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Because we know that there's going to be a whole bunch of... Actually, no, scratch that. Let's just grab all this. Let's go rotate X 90 degrees. We'll throw some handles in here. I can't wait to go back to Adelaide and get some photo scans of the old workshop. It's going to be sick. It's going to be grouse. It's going to be choice. Control L, G to the X, kind of move that into position. I just kind of want to finish this up and move along now. Shift D to the X, scale. And so what this bit here is, especially on these lower machines, this would be kind of like the spindle casing. And that spindle... Alright, let's now go... Let's actually Maybe select that. Shift S, cursor to selected. And we're going to go add in our chuck. There we go. Come on, get in there. All right, there we go. Excellent. Let's grab that. I, E, let's go G, X, I, E, ooh, ooh, ah, wada, wada, bing, bang, ooh, ah. And then from here, I need to add in the 3 jaws. So let's go ahead and add in another cube. Oops, wrong way. Scale on the Y. Scale on the X. And then we're going to have 3 jaws. So we grab that. And then we've got that. I am being very... I don't know why the word obtuse came into mind, but let's go with that. And then from here, we can come back into that 3D cursor. Shift D, rotate 120. Shift D, rotate 120. That's actually turned out a lot better than I thought. All right. Let's go ahead, grab all of our pieces. Did we grab everything? Nope, missed the handle. Nope, missed the chuck. And all those pieces. I grabbed you. Alright, now let's dump that on our tray that we built. So it's going to sit something like that. Clearly I made this too big, which is fine because we can quickly resize that. Hey, what are you doing? Let's kind of plop that one in there, and I will... Let's grab all this jazz, and I'm going to grab... Ooh, not that. Let's grab all that. G to the X, and that'll sit like so. Then the next thing what I'll do as well is I'm just going to grab these edges in here. Come on, you fat mole. 1, 2. Oh, the handles. Okay, we got to fix that up. Control B to do a bevel, and we'll just do that. Let's go ahead with this tray. Ooh, I stuffed up, didn't I? I stuffed up good. Okay, okay, let's we'll fix it. We'll fix it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It's alright. It's okay. We'll fix it. To be something. Let's go like that. This moves up. Yep, that's fine. This moves up. Yep, that's fine. And then that allows the machine to sit something like that. Let's go GY, see what it looks like. I mean, it does look like it. Let's go ahead and select everything. And we'll go shade smooth, auto smooth. And we might have to do these to the individual parts, which is fine. Select that, that, and that. Control J. Actually, everything can be joined. You too, buddy. All right. Sick. Is this to scale now? That's the next question. I don't think it is. Okay, let's go rotate. Hey. Hey. Rotate Z 90. And then we'll dump that here-ish. And if we kind of have a look at him squatting, we can see the edge there. Yep. All right, let's check rendered view. Here we go. Hide. Let's go period key just to zoom in a bit. And that is looking fairly legit. I think we could probably move this section in a smidgen. So let's go ahead and do that. Just push it back, it'll be just easier. Let's select all that. Control L. G to the Y. Bring it back. Nice. Nice. Ah, splashback. That was the last thing I was going to do. And then we'll move on to something else. Shift D, G to the Y, E to extrude. Let's go like so and like so. We're going to grab all that, G to the X. Ah, you stupid fat mole. Let's grab both of them. Actually, you know what? Let's grab that edge there. And we'll just fudge it. Because I like the placement. And we're just going to do that. That. Le pizzicato. We do have a vise. We've got belt sanders. We got pieces of wood. Yeah, zoom in. So let's go ahead. Oh, this canister. Quick set concrete. I'm just going through. What has he got in his garage now? Chainsaw. This is obviously for the treadmill. Drill press in the corner. That thing. We've got a whole bunch of cans. We'll probably come back and model them a little bit later, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do simple cans. Let's just go GZ. And we'll just go scale, shift Z. That doesn't seem right. That seems a bit better. Let's go period key just to zoom in a bit better. From here, E to extrude. Control B to do a bevel. Keep that vertice count ever so slightly lower. E to extrude. I, E. And then we might do another I. And then we'll just do an E. Let's go shade smooth. And then we'll go auto smooth. Something like that. I'm not a fan at all. So let's go bring that down. From here, we'll go E to extrude, Alt S. Let's go ahead. Shift D, rotate. I mean, these are just all microscopic details. I have a sudden urge to play Satisfactory. Now with that, I will make Shift S cursor selected. I'm going to make the bottom the origin point. Let's go ahead while we're here as well. Edge loop to here. Nope. Control B. And we'll grab, whoops, that. Go away. No. W. There we go. I, E, Control B. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. And then that means now, if I set up auto snapping, so we come to the top, and we're going to go snap to face, center, medium, center, rotate, align rotation to target. If I hold G and hold control, I've got auto. Okay, we can see that it's a little bit too big, but now I can go Shift D, hold control, and it kind of will now just auto snap to faces. Oops, and now it's the reason why it's snapping the other way is because if we go into face orientation, we can see it's pointing the wrong way. So let's go Shift N. You're going to be a jerk. That's fine. Let's go inside. Let's just select everything. Shift N. Control L, Shift N. Inside. There we go. And so now when we come back here, G. Nice. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then that's something we can kind of really just quickly build up. I'm probably not going to go too deep into it because obviously we've got to retexture everything. So that's cool. Yeah, cut saw. Cheers, Steel. Steel Ace? Steel Ace? Yes, let's go with that. Alright, now I've lost myself. Okay, so over here, we've got like a ton of buckets, and it's just like crud galore. So I'll probably maybe sometime throughout the week create a whole bunch of labels here. Might get some WD-40 or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And probably this whole setup, I will put it up on Patreon, but I will set it up so that each of these items are its own specific asset. And then what we can do is later on we can just dump it into our asset browser, blah, 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 Markham 3D, and then we're going to have kind of stuff. Look, see, if we want to put a jet engine in, we've got that stuff. So that'll probably what I'll do there. Love the fact that it's got a VB container. Most of it seems like baskets. We've got a lot of buckets, square buckets. We've got an esky, or if you're from New Zealand, a chili bin. So they're all going to be like very generic items, but they're going to be items that we can use in other projects. We got a drill bit here. I mean, drill thing. So you've got more containers. What are they called? Spray bottles, aerosols, whatever. Look. So we got a bandsaw. Yeah, let's wing that. Let's go Shift S. Let's go ahead and quickly add in a plane. Rotate X 90 degrees. It's a weird bandsaw, but whatevs. Let's go something like that. Let's go G to the Z. There we go. We are going to have that. Let's select these faces, delete faces. I'm just going to GY. Just move it off a little bit just so I can see it. And then we're going to have that. Control Shift B to bevel a vertice, for those of you who didn't know. That was a very good trick I learnt from, I want to say, the Blender Bros. Oh, what's his name? I know his name. What's his name? Hang on. Let's just jump over into Discord and we'll go to the Blender Nest crew. Just trying to think of his name. So, I know his face. I can see his face. I can see his face. I can't see his face. Josh Gambrell. So that was a trick I went many years without knowing until he showed me that, and I was like, okay, so from here, let's go ahead and bring that up so it's nice and smooth. And then we've also got a table which sits here. So let's go ahead, Shift D, scale that table, scale it on the Y-axis. And then we've got, okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and I'm just trying to think what's the best way to do this. Let's just hide this image for now. And we'll go Control B to do a bevel. Bit bigger. Yes. Yes. Marco, do you know what you're doing? Nah. Ugh, don't do that. That was disgusting. There we go. Something like that. This bandsaw does not seem very stable at all. So we'll fix that in a smidgen as well by giving it some legs. Let's go something like that. But yeah, if there's other YouTubers you think I should target, let me know. So I didn't know actually about I Did a Thing until Intexa. I sent him a message saying, hey, who should I do next? And he suggested this guy. And then I've been watching him ever since. So that was pretty cool. And for those of you who don't know Intexa, he is a Portuguese YouTuber. And he does rockets from 3D prints and so on and so forth. So he's pretty cool. I had a chat with him over something. I don't know what I can't even remember. Insta, I think it was. Had a chat with him. It was a cool bloke. Okay, so this is our bandsaw. Obviously, it's going to need some legs. So let's go Shift D to the Z, scale, scale Y, and then we will come over into individual origins, scale on the X. I could go for some fairy bread right about now. I sure could. Let me know for those who don't know. Emergency! Hey! For those of you who don't know what fairy bread is, let me know. So that's not too bad. That pretty much looks like it. Now I'm just going to throw in some bevels. Actually, go like that. Go like that. And then we'll do the same. Yeah. Control B. That looks sick. Let's go with that and that. Actually, we'll just do all four. Control B. Yeah, nice. That's a cool looking bandsaw. Obviously, it's going to be in the background, so we can see it here. So that is fine for me. Let's go ahead and dump that. Hold Control, snap it onto there. Rotate 90 degrees, G to the Z. Ugh, itchy nose. There we go. You can also activate vertex mode by beveling. Control B. B. Control. I will have a... Oh. Daniel merger. Sprinkles on buttered bread. Absolutely. That is the bee's knees. That is a delicacy. I mean, it's not that hard, but... Alright. Yeah. Oh, he's got a welder here. And a generator. Oh, that's from that video. Yeah, no. Absolutely love a little bit of fairy bread in my life. Oh, boy. Marco, sometimes I worry about you. Ah, no, that's alright. Alright, there we go. So we're just kind of building out this box now. I think probably when it comes time to texturing, we'll just have very simple colors for now. Okay, scale X, something like that. And then this will be our power pack. So I know that this here is a welder. Looking at the image, Shift S cursor. What am I doing? There we go. Shift S, Shift. Marco, come on, man. Come on. I know you're tired. You're fine. All right. E to extrude, scale. Here's a question. Do you guys want to see Unreal Engine tutorials? Do you want to see Omniverse tutorials? Do you want to see Unity tutorials? I've been touching Unity lately. I've had to test the visual graph. Oh my goodness, the visual graph editor. I didn't get to be over 300 pounds on dessert. Actually, what is kilos to pounds? 2 pounds. Oh yeah. Okay, we're not sharing that one. Anyway, yeah. So, do you guys want to see Unreal Engine, Unity, Omniverse? Obviously, Blender, Re-Illusion. There's going to be plenty of videos coming up for the new iClone 8 and Character Creator 4. Let's have a look. You know what? I'm fairly chuffed with how that looks. I'm just going to start filling out the space with stuff. Let's go with a bucket. We'll just create a very simple bucket. Scale. Are you sitting on the bucket? You are not sitting on the bucket. Sit on the bucket. And then from here, let's go E to extrude. I have a feeling that this guy probably doesn't cover his buckets. There we go. And then we can go scale E to extrude. And then I'm going to select both these faces, scale Shift Z. And then there's our bucket. More looks like a pot. I think that's fine though. I'm kind of looking at these for reference. And I think what we might do is with some of them. How's that going to work? It doesn't work like that. Oh, it will work like that. Okay, you're fine. You're fine, mate. You're fine. Make a lid. Ah, yeah. Look at that. Sick. Something like that. Oh, what a great bucket. So that means for now, we can kind of go G, hold control. Whoop, a little bit big. And then we could even go Shift D to the Z. And it's almost like we're stacking buckets. Shift D, there we go, smaller ones. Okay, let's do it like that. And this is where we can have a whole bunch of, oh actually, let's throw some buckets over here. And you can kind of see how quick we're now just filling out this whole space. Oh, hiccups, sorry. Shift D, hold control. Yeah, wow. I can do this. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Hold control so it snaps to the wall. Oh, wow. Wow. You can dance. Wow. I'd love to see Unreal Engine camera animation tutorial. Oh my goodness. To render? Rendering's not bad. Rendering's so quick. Probably the next project, not this one, but the one I'm waiting for character iClone 8 to come out. I've already done the mocap for the next animation. But now it's just all about, yeah, once I get that jazz, then it's all good. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I can see a few people are fading away now. So I'm going to call it a night. If you haven't already, subscribe, please. I don't know what tutorials are coming out tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't got anything made, but I'll make something. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you very much, guys, for stopping by. If you can, share the channel. We're trying to get me up to 100,000. I don't know what else. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. See you later.